Yes, my music will be on the disc. Now, we're going to add some drying linseed oil.
Drying? What does that mean?
Drying linseed oil turns the painting from something that might take 3 weeks to dry into something that takes a couple of days to dry. And it's part of the formula for this kind of a painting because, as you will see from what we do after we have a sufficient amount of paint on here. Alright, this was yes, it's chopped. This kind of gives the paint the will and the way to mix with the other paints, and it spreads it out so that the squeegee that we're going to use does the work for us. Yep. Continue on, Mom. Add some more color. And as a footnote to this video, I will just say that this show has been a major challenge because we started off in early September when people didn't think that all of their savings were going to get wiped out, and then their savings got wiped out in October. But the reason that we continued, you see, is it all stems from this Twilight Zone show that I saw when I was a kid. Whereas this fella invented this watch that he could use to stop everybody but himself. So he used it to stop everybody in a bank. He walked in, took all the money, and then he dropped the damn watch. And then he was alone with all his money, you see. So that's kind of my life theory is I don't ever want to be the guy with the dropped watch with the bag of money, see? Because if you don't have anybody to enjoy your art or you, then it's really not worth being around. And he found that out about 15 seconds after he dropped the watch. He went out in the street and got all crazy, and that was the end of the show. And so that's never going to happen to me, you see, because I got art and I'm willing to share. So that's kind of the theory behind why we kept going, even though the gallery hasn't made a fortune, which is what most people usually value. We just want to show people our art, see? And have a little conversation about art and their art and our art and my mom's art. She's the one that got me started. And now here she is, years later, creating art with her son in the Empire Mall in the middle of a freaking prairie where people are in a rush. Well, then you're going to have to speak up if you're going to add anything, Mom.
Okay. Well, you know how I can yell, Bob. I was going to say that people have so enjoyed the conversations with you. And we've also had some really good conversations with people. That wouldn't have happened if you hadn't enjoyed your work. Oh boy, look at this.
A drywall smoother outer thing. Drywall mud smoother outer thing. Creates some pretty amazing texture.
It surely does. And it's that drying linseed oil that really...
It makes it oily enough to where it'll move around. Yes. But the drywall scraper thingy isn't near as cool as the squeegee.
Really?
Not near as cool.
But look at this. Let's show them. Let's show them. See, well,
We're showing you.
Well, it ripped if we do just do it quick.
And that's the current condition of the Robert Ruff communal painting. It's coming around. We're not done yet. Yeah, I'm not a big green person, but occasionally it works out.
It looks, at this point in time, it looks like an Indian shield with feathers.
Mandala?
Yes.
And only someone with a wide world view that's white would know anything about what a mandala is. But my mom is very smart, and she knows all kind of stuff. And that's how I know all kind of stuff, you see. 'Cause I am an absolute brain surgeon. Right, Mom?
Yeah, well, that's the term you guys used to always use. Brain surgeon is for somebody who's really, really bright. I think it's a very good description of you. I love this part here. I love this, right?
The center, the vortex.
Right?
And I'm leaving it alone. But feel free to add color on the edges because we need more color. No, you can use whatever you want. What's your favorite colors? Oh, we're mixing them together. This is the deep purple, this is the lighter purple, etc., etc. We need more blue. You just help yourself over there and I'll get you set up. Here, try this.
This is a bit, will this be too old?
It's too old.
It's too old.
Oh, I don't have any cerulean. I gotta find some cerulean. My favorite kind of blue.
Yeah, cerulean blue, yes.
And this little footnote is for Sean. Sean has been scrounging my paint ever since the beginning of this show. And now I've found an almost full tube of his paint.